channel. Today I will be organising this space in our house, which is our little office nook, and our office nook is within our kitchen dining family type room. If you can see here, that's the office, and then the kitchen's across from that. That big space at the back there, we've still got to get like a little couch or something there. But yeah, today I'm going to organise our office space. Now we've got my side is on this side and that side's Michael's side, and we've basically just shoved everything in the cupboards just when we moved in, because yeah, we hadn't organised them, and we basically just, I mean, there's not much in that one, but yeah, we basically just put all our file folders in a box and jammed it in the cupboard wherever it would fit. And you see these drawers there, yeah, none of that's really organised, everything's just sort of shoved in. And then in this side, in this cupboard, we've got our printers in there. We've still got to sort of make a little hole at the back there so that we can put all the wires up through the back rather than coming through the front. And we've got this little space there, and then Michael's side. Oh, this one's, yeah, obviously he's got all his important things in there. So no, that top shelf, that's like all our family games, and that's Michael's collection of Nerf guns that he won't let Jamie play with. So, and then on his side, on this big cupboard, yeah, so you can see it's all just shoved in. So I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna declutter all the like paper type stuff, because there's a lot of paper, old statements and bills and things like that that we don't really need to keep. So I'll be, yeah, getting rid of a lot of paper clutter as well, and then I'm going to be changing our system around. So instead of having all these file folders, which we don't have many file drawers to store them all in now, because we've only both got the one at the bottom of our office set up, I'm actually going to be putting the files and paperwork that we need in folders instead. So I have a folder for like the cars and a folder for the house stuff and things like that. So that's my plan. This is what we're starting with, and then we'll come back with a final review. And I finally finished this little area of the house, and I'll take you through and show you everything in our little office nook. Now the cutout in the wall we had, like when we built the house, we actually got the builder to put that little nook in, and then we actually had the people that installed our kitchen to come and put these cupboards and office desk and things like that in as well, so it sort of matches in with our kitchen. So I'll take you through and show you what we have. So this side is my side, and you can see there a couple of my office decor DIY pieces that I've done over the last couple of weeks. So this is my side, and that side's my husband's side. So in this tall cupboard here, I'll just give you a scan. We've still got a lot of room for storage and things like that. So up the top here, we have all of our instructions for everything. So they're just like magazine file holders that I bought from IKEA, and we've got all the different instructions. So for the house, any tools and things for the garage, appliances, firearms, that's all my husband's guns and gun reloading things, any toy instructions, and then any technology, so like for the computers and audio visual equipment and things like that. So we just have them all stored there, and I'll give you an idea. So it's just all the instructions for everything we've just got there, so they're handy if we need them at any time. And the labels I just used, the labels I just did on the computer and laminated. In these two boxes here, I do have a large collection of like notepads and planner supplies and things like that. So most of this stuff in here is all to do with my planners and notebooks and things. So I have this top tub here, contains all my planner stickers and things like that. So yeah, just all stickers to do with my planners. I just keep in that tub. And then in this next tub here is all my like post-it notes and notepads and things like that. I might even do a separate video if any of you show any interest. If you want to see all my planner supplies and notepad supplies, I can go through all those in a separate video if that's something of interest. In these two boxes here, again, the bottom box there is all my planner supplies, and then just some little notebooks and things in there. And I've got sticky tape and some pens that we actually got from the builder. In here is just a couple of more notebooks and notepads. This shelf is empty, and then at the bottom here we've got some spare manila folders and file folders, and then that's some computer cords and equipment, and some printer, inks and supplies. So that's my tool cupboard on that side. Then in this top cupboard here, so the one that's just above my computer, we have, just give you an overview here. So there's not really much in this one, but on this side, that's my planner collection. So I've got like a few different types of planners, and like I said, if you're interested in seeing a more in-depth view of those, just leave a comment below and I'll let me know that you're interested, and I'll do a video on those as well. So up here we have folders, they're just the plain white folders you can get from Kmart, and we've got all of our paperwork basically in there. So we've got the first grey folder there is our construction folder from when we were building the house. Then this first folder here is everything to do with the build of the house, our selections and stuff like that. This one's actually got all the stuff to do with the house, so like pest inspections, house insurance, stuff like that. This one's all our mortgage information, all our finance as far as bank statements and things. Then we've got one folder for all the cars and registration and insurance. Then we've got one folder for me, one folder for my husband, and that has all of our like resumes, certificates, superannuation information, things like that. Then we have a family folder here which contains all of our pet medical history, kids medical history, birth certificates, marriage certificates, passports, all of that sort of information. And then we've got one folder here that we keep all our tax returns in. And that's pretty much pared down from that bulk load of paperwork that you would have seen at the beginning of this reveal. So yeah, that's definitely pared it down quite a bit. So then on my actual table itself, I have my little DIY Farmhouse Noticeboard that I made, my little in tray, and a little farmhouse looking tin there that I just keep my headphones in, and then have a marble coaster, my computer, and then this is also part of my section where I've just got 3 folders there that we just put the current, paid bills and bank statements and things like that in that I'm currently working on for that month. Then in my drawers here, I've just got some plastic storage, plastic organizers, and I've just got all my stationery in there. In the second drawer, again, this is more so for my planner supplies, so like little stamps and stamp pads, post-it notes, file tabs and things like that. And then in the bottom drawer here, this is just like a filing drawer just for all my miscellaneous things that I have, so like anything for work or filing, or basically, yeah, just any sort of paperwork that I find of interest goes in there. Then In the middle section here, obviously at the top there, we've got my DIY office sign that I did. And I'll put links to all the videos for these in the description box below if you want to find them. Then up the top here, we've just got some decorative pieces, so that's just an empty box at this stage. I've got my little plant from IKEA, my DIY basket. That's a vintage book that actually was given to my father when he was boxing in the army. I think that was presented to him. Got some little giraffes there. Then down in this section, we've got just a little vase, my little IKEA galvanized tin. I finally found that word. I couldn't think of the word when I was trying to describe them. Just some little decorative pieces. They're my DIY candlestick makeovers. That little vintage looking clock was from Kmart, and that little vintage basket contains all our receipts for the month. That we just keep all the receipts there, and I can sort of tick them off on the bank statement. That basket was also from Kmart. Then down in this middle section here, the one in between, we actually have our printer and all our printer paper. So it's nicely tucked away and out of sight. And that printer is accessible for both computers. Then on my husband's side, he's just got a little set here that he keeps his change and headphones in, and a notepad. Obviously he's got his computer, his iPad, and that's his in tray that I also made, and his little notice board. So at the top of his desk, he's also got 2 cupboards. So at the top of his, we've got all the family games, and then he's a bit of a fan of Nerf guns. He does a few reviews on YouTube for Nerf guns, so he's got all these Nerf guns that he's still got to do unboxing and reviews for. Then in his drawers, his is basically the same as mine. He's just got all his stationery there in some plastic organisers, some other of his bits and pieces, and then his filing drawer here as well. So he's just got all his files, what he wants to keep in there. And then lastly, in the top, in his tall cupboard, I'll give you an overview of his. Again, we've still got a lot of room to grow, so if we need more storage, it's there. So again, these magazine holders were from IKEA, and he's just got all these different car manuals and car magazines in them. This next section is all to do with his training and gym and things like that. So that one's got all gym information and his workout folder. Then in here, he's got his shooters magazines and police magazines and some paperwork for work. Then he's got his sticky tape, and then there's just some spare supplies there of sticky tape and packaging tape. And then at the bottom there is just all our Apple boxes. We just keep all the boxes, all our Apple stuff comes in. And yeah, that's basically our little office nook area. I'll give you a bit of a stand back overview. And I like it because it keeps us central to the main area of the house, so we can have the kids like watching TV, and we're still in here as well if we're on our computers. So it's nice that we get to sort of all be in the same room. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.